Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm making some delicious comfort food for rainy days, and these delicious recipes are Indian inspired, especially because we're in the middle of monsoons and this is my absolute favorite time of the year. So these are the recipes that I eat very often, and they're super healthy and really help me in my health and fitness goals as well. Starting with this fried masala bananas. So these are not the regular bananas, the fruit bananas. These are the raw version of the bananas and they're green usually. So preparing them is a little different. So you cannot actually peel these bananas the way you would a fruit banana. You're going to slice off one end of that banana and then start peeling it with a peeler, and you keep peeling it till you start getting through to the surface or the flesh of the banana. That's the difference in the color. So you don't want the green bits because that is basically the skin. So we're going to peel that off, and I have used 5 raw bananas in this recipe, but I'm only showing you one to save time, and you're going to repeat that with the rest of the bananas. And after you have peeled them, you're going to slice them lengthways like so. I like to leave them a little chunky because I love the texture of these bananas when they cook. It's almost meaty, and this is very traditionally made all the time at home. It's something I've been eating since I was a kid. Now we need to first marinate this with salt, and we're just going to let that sit for about 10 minutes. So rub the salt nicely on all the slices, properly covering each and every surface of that sliced banana. Let it sit for 10 minutes, and while that's happening, we're going to make the spicy marinade. Here I have some spicy red chilli powder. Adjust the heat accordingly based on your liking. Now I've added some Kashmiri red chilli powder for the color. Now I will add some amchur powder or dried mango powder and some salt to season. Now I will squeeze lime juice or squeeze half a lime into this mix, and then I will also start adding some water. Now we want the consistency to be somewhat like a batter, so it needs to be nice and thin. So for me, for this recipe, it required about 8 tablespoons of water. You may need more or less depending on the consistency that you like, but it has to be pretty, it shouldn't be too thick and it shouldn't be too thin as well. It should be just good enough to coat the bananas. Now our spice mix is ready. I'm just going to give it a good whisk and add the water accordingly. Now these are the bananas that were sitting. We're going to wash them off. We're going to wash off the salt. So now these are the clean slices. They don't have any salt on them. Now we will marinate the bananas in this spice mix, and you can obviously adjust the heat according to your liking. I like this to be a little bit spicy. It's not too spicy. I love it like this, and my family likes it like this. So if you like it less spicy or more spicy, then adjust the heat accordingly. Add the banana slices into this mix and just coat every slice generously into that spice mix, making sure that every slice of that banana has a good amount of that spicy marinade mix. Now you don't have to marinate it for very long, just about 5 to 10 minutes does the trick. So just let it sit, and while that's happening, we're going to make the crispy coating for the banana. So here I have some whole wheat flour, some rice flour and some semolina or rava. And after I've combined all of these, I'm going to mix it well so everything is well combined and it forms a nice kind of coating powder, so to speak. So now that everything is ready, we'll first start heating the pan because it needs to get nice and hot when we add the banana slices to it. So add some oil, let it heat up. This is my banana which has been sitting for about 10 minutes or so now while I did the rest of the stuff. Now I'm going to coat it generously in that dusting powder or that coating powder, and it just makes the banana so nice and crispy. So we're going to put that onto our hot skillet with the oil, and we're going to repeat that with the rest of the slices as well. Now we're going to cook it for about 4 to 5 minutes per side on a medium low heat. You want them to cook slowly and not in a rush, and every time that you feel that the pan has gone a bit dry, add a little bit of oil I have used cold pressed coconut oil. Use any non-refined cold pressed oils because they are super healthy for you. And these are, now flip them over and you can see what a beautiful color they've taken on. And we're going to cook this on the other side for about 4 minutes as well on the medium-low heat. And once that is done, we're going to start putting that onto our serving plate, and it's ready to serve. Literally so simple. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes from start to finish. Literally, they're so delicious. I'm going to show you what they look like on the inside. They're so crisp on the outside and they're deliciously tender and soft in the middle, and they have such a beautiful flavor. They're super addictive and so perfect on a very cold, grey, gloomy, rainy day. A hot plate of these fried masala bananas and I am sorted. I usually serve it with this green chutney and also squeeze some lime before serving, and that's that. Now we're going to make some Moong Dal Bhajias. Usually when it rains, everyone prefers or everyone loves having kanda bhajiya. I myself love kanda bhajiya, but this is something that I also love making because there's so much protein in this. I have some moong dal and chana dal which I have washed and soaked for 3 hours. You can also soak it overnight. So these are the soaked dals. To that I've added some garlic, some ginger, some chilli and some cumin, and cumin seeds, whole seeds, and I'm also going to season it with salt. And now we're going to grind this in a blender into a smooth paste. So that's the reason why I didn't chop anything. I just added everything whole because we're going to make it into a smooth paste as it is. Now this is the paste after I have blended it. Now we're going to add some more ingredients, which is basically just some generous handful of chopped coriander leaves and some curry leaves, which I'm going to tear with my hands just before adding. And then I'm also going to add some ajwain seeds. Before adding, I usually really like to crush those seeds between the palms of my hands just to help it release its flavor even better. I'm going to add it to the batter and give it a good mix, and that's basically our Moong Dal Bhajiya batter ready. Now all we have to do is fry these and they will be so good. Now I know you must be wondering, how is this healthy if it is deep fried? Believe me, when you're deep frying it in cold pressed coconut oil or ghee or any kind of non-refined oil, it's really good for you occasionally, and this is not something you're going to have every day. So say once every 15 days is actually really not bad at all. It's actually good for you because this is chock full of protein, and instead of eating really crappy chemical laden foods like fast food fries and fast food burgers, this would be so much better. So we're just going to fry this in some cold pressed coconut oil. I like to keep the flame on medium low and cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. So after 3 to 4 minutes have passed, I'm going to flip it over, and you already see that the bhajiyas have taken on some color. They need to go nice and golden brown. And once I flip it, I'll cook it again for about 3 to 4 minutes on the other side as well on a medium-low heat. Now you do not want to cook this on a very high heat because what will happen is the outside will start to burn while the inside will still remain raw. So cook it on medium-low or low heat. And now that they're ready, I'm just going to start placing them onto my serving tray. I like to use a slotted spoon so all the excess oil drains off. I do not like to use kitchen towel or tissue paper to soak the oil. There's absolutely no need because these bhajiyas are literally not oily at all, and it's just good oil anyways, and you just use fresh oil. Don't reuse that oil, and once it's done, just discard it, okay? So now that our bhajiyas are ready, I'm just going to serve it with some chopped coriander, some green mint chutney and some lime juice. I'm just going to break into one of those so you can see how tender and soft it is on the inside. It's fluffy and airy on the inside and ridiculously crisp on the outside. It's so addictive. Now I'm going to dip these in my favorite mint and coriander chutney and just enjoy them. So these were my comfort food recipes for the rains, and they are so addictive and so delicious. All you need is a big cup of masala chai and you are sorted. If you enjoy this recipe, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a new video. When you make these, post them on Instagram and tag me at Mind Body Glow with Samina. I'll see you again next time. Until then, goodbye and happy cooking.